Think Hollywood love lasts forever? Think again. These classic stars tied the knot, and some didn't even make it through the honeymoon. Want to see who burned through their wedding vows faster than a flashbulb? Well, stay with us. You won't believe how wild these short-lived marriages really were. 1. Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio. 1 year, 9 months. Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio were one of Hollywood's most iconic couples, yet their marriage lasted less than 2 years. Joe's jealousy and controlling tendencies often clashed with Marilyn's irresistible charm and rapidly rising fame. Tensions ran high, especially during the filming of The 7-Year Itch, a movie forever tied to her image and Joe's insecurities. The media frenzy magnified their private struggles. Arguments, heartbreak, and misunderstandings played out in the public eye, turning intimate troubles into a spectacle. Though brief, their romance remains legendary, a glamorous, tragic tale that continues to captivate fans decades later. Even amidst the spotlight, personal struggles were unavoidable. Marilyn moved on, but the story of her short-lived marriage to Joe endures. It serves as a cautionary tale of how fame can magnify love, jealousy, and heartbreak, leaving behind a legacy rich with both glamour and pain. Every glance at photos of the couple seems to tell a story of passion, tension, and fleeting love. Their union is a reminder that even the brightest stars sometimes cannot sustain a relationship under relentless pressure. 2. Ava Gardner and Mickey Rooney. 1 year, 4 months. Ava Gardner and Mickey Rooney's marriage lasted just 1 year and 4 months, yet this stormy union left an indelible mark on both stars. Infidelity and betrayal quickly eroded their relationship, with Ava famously remarking, "He went through the ladies like a hot knife through fudge," a pointed reference to Rooney's numerous affairs, including one with her best friend Lana Turner. Even Hollywood's glittering backdrop offered no shield from the emotional turmoil and personal conflicts brewing behind closed doors. The relentless pressures of celebrity life only fueled the tension between them. Public scrutiny amplified private grievances, while the demands of their careers left little room for reconciliation. Every disagreement became fodder for gossip columns, transforming personal heartbreak into a public spectacle. The whirlwind of attention and scandal only magnified the challenges of maintaining even a fragile bond. Despite the dramatic end, Ava Gardner emerged resilient and unbroken. Her career continued to soar, proving her remarkable ability to separate professional triumph from personal chaos. Yet the story of this 16-month marriage remains a cautionary tale in Hollywood's long history of fleeting romances. Even brief unions like Gardner and Rooney's can profoundly shape the lives and legacies of stars. Their marriage blended glamour, scandal, and human vulnerability, crafting a narrative as cinematic as the films they starred in. In Tinseltown, love can be as unpredictable as fame itself, and even the shortest-lived relationships can leave a lasting mark on both hearts and history. 3. Cary Grant and Virginia Cherrill. 1 year, 1 month. Cary Grant's marriage to Virginia Cherrill lasted just over a year, yet it was filled with drama from start to finish. Virginia later revealed that Cary's drinking changed him, making him almost unrecognizable, and he even mocked her acting, a combination that only deepened the tension between them. Hollywood pressures offered no sanctuary. Paparazzi, gossip columns, and societal expectations amplified every disagreement, turning private disputes into public spectacle. After 13 months, their union dissolved, a brief attempt at fairy tale romance that ultimately fell short. Cary moved on, his charm seemingly untarnished, while Virginia bore the emotional toll of life under the relentless glare of celebrity scrutiny. Their story is a reminder that appearances can be deceiving. Even stars with perfect smiles and flawless performances face real struggles behind closed doors. This short-lived marriage was a collision of personalities, lifestyles, and expectations that simply couldn't align. Even today, Cary Grant and Virginia Cherrill's brief union stands as a cautionary tale of love in the spotlight, proof that charm and charisma alone are not always enough to sustain a relationship under the pressures of fame. 4. Eleanor Parker and Fred Losi. 1 year. Eleanor Parker entered her marriage with Fred Losi full of hope and anticipation, only to see her dreams slowly unravel. The union lasted a single year, during which Eleanor accused Fred of causing her grievous mental suffering. Differences that might have been manageable in private became irreconcilable under the intense public gaze of Hollywood. As Eleanor's career soared, the emotional strain on her marriage grew almost unbearable. Friends and family watched as the glitter of Tinseltown clashed sharply with private turmoil, highlighting the difficulty of maintaining a personal life amid fame. The marriage ended quietly, leaving an indelible mark on both, a subtle but powerful reminder that even stars cannot escape human heartbreak. Even those who shine brightest on the screen can encounter darkness and love. Parker's story underscores that fame, glamour, and success offer no protection from emotional pain. Every decision, every argument, every quiet tear behind the cameras revealed the real cost of life in Hollywood. This year-long union is a striking example of the fragility of celebrity romance, where personal compatibility often takes a back seat to public expectation, and even the most hopeful beginnings can quickly dissolve under pressure. 5. Gloria Swanson and William Davey. 1 year. Gloria Swanson's marriage to William Davey lasted just a single year, yet it was anything but uneventful. What began with promise soon crumbled under the weight of financial realities. When Davey uncovered Gloria's debts, he moved quickly to request an annulment, proving that even the glitter of Hollywood could not conceal practical struggles. Money, independence, and clashing personalities collided, leaving little room for compromise or for lasting happiness. Despite the abrupt end, Gloria's public image remained untarnished. Hollywood buzzed with gossip, but she pressed on, continuing her career with remarkable resilience. Her performances captivated audiences and solidified her status as one of the screen's most legendary figures. This short-lived marriage became a minor footnote in a life defined by drama, cinematic triumphs, and unforgettable red carpet moments. Even stars as dazzling as Swanson were not immune to the harsh realities of personal life. The story of this one-year union serves as a poignant reminder that fame, beauty, and charm cannot always shield against heartbreak. Every argument, every quiet moment of tension during these 12 months tells a story of struggle, resilience, and the delicate limits of romance under public scrutiny. Gloria Swanson's experience with William Davey highlights the vulnerability of even the most celebrated stars. In Hollywood, a single year could feel like an eternity, and sometimes a fleeting encounter with reality was enough to shatter a union that seemed perfect in theory, yet proved impossible in practice. 6. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, 10 months. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton's love story was nothing short of explosive, world-famous, endlessly photographed and chronicled in every shade of passion. Their second marriage lasted just 10 months, though their first had already cemented Hollywood history. The same fiery attraction that drew them together ultimately tore them apart. Elizabeth later admitted, life with Richard became intolerable, offering a rare glimpse behind the glittering facade. Arguments were thunderous, jealousies flared constantly, and the relentless glare of public attention magnified every conflict. Hollywood tabloids feasted on each heated exchange, turning private struggles into headline-grabbing spectacles. Even in its brevity, their romance remains iconic, perfectly capturing the drama of star-crossed celebrities. Love, jealousy, and ambition collided with such intensity that the memories linger as vividly as any film in which they starred. Their story is a reminder that even the most celebrated couples can burn out quickly, passion often moving faster than reason. Fans continue to marvel at their chemistry, even knowing the heartbreak hidden behind the smiles and glamorous photos. Taylor and Burton's short-lived union proves that fame magnifies both love and conflict, delivering drama as potent and unforgettable as the movies themselves. 7. Nicky Hilton and Elizabeth Taylor, 8 months. Elizabeth Taylor's marriage to Nicky Hilton lasted just 8 months, but every moment was charged with drama, tension, and heartbreak. From the very start, the young starlet and the wealthy hotel heir struggled to find common ground. Taylor accused Hilton of extreme mental cruelty and emotional neglect, revealing a side of celebrity marriage the public rarely glimpsed. Glamour and fortune couldn't mask the simmering incompatibility beneath their polished exterior. Even surrounded by luxury and Hollywood sparkle, personal dissatisfaction grew like an unstoppable form. Friends and family watched anxiously as tensions escalated, witnessing the unraveling of a union many had assumed would be a fairy tale. Though brief, the marriage left a deep emotional mark on Elizabeth, shaping how she approached love in the years that followed. Taylor later embraced more intense and dramatic relationships, blending passion and heartbreak, but this fleeting marriage stands out as a vivid example of the turbulence behind Tinseltown's glamorous facade. The story reminds us that even Hollywood royalty couldn't escape disappointment, jealousy, or the pain of mismatched hearts. Ultimately, the 8 months between Elizabeth Taylor and Nicky Hilton serve as a striking lesson. Fame, fortune, and social standing cannot guarantee happiness or harmony. This brief, turbulent chapter left a lasting imprint on Taylor, cementing it as one of Hollywood's most cautionary tales of love gone awry. 8. Ethel Merman and Ernest Borgnine, 38 days. Ethel Merman and Ernest Borgnine tied the knot in 1964, and what began with excitement quickly spiraled into tension. Their honeymoon in the Far East revealed cracks neither had anticipated. Ethel felt overlooked when locals didn't recognize her fame, while Ernest found himself bearing the brunt of her growing frustration. The more they recognized me, the madder she got, Ernest later recalled, a bittersweet memory of their stormy start. Arguments flared daily, and Hollywood's sparkle couldn't hide the strain. Friends attempted to mediate, but the clash of personalities proved too strong to bridge. In just 38 days, the marriage collapsed, leaving both shaken and under the public scrutiny. Yet even in failure, their story captures the volatile intensity of celebrity fame, where fame and human emotions collide with spectacular force. Ethel and Ernest's brief union is a vivid reminder that not all sparks ignite lasting flames even under Hollywood's brightest lights. Every tense conversation, every silent moment of frustration, and every clash of egos revealed the challenges of romance among the famous, showing that pride, personality, and public expectation can often outweigh passion in the life of stars. 9. Dennis Hopper and Michelle Phillips, 8 days. Dennis Hopper and Michelle Phillips' marriage stands out as one of Hollywood's most notoriously brief unions, lasting a mere 8 days. What began with fiery intensity quickly descended into frustration, confusion, and second-guessing. Michelle later described Dennis's behavior as both excruciating and exhausting, leaving her to question almost immediately whether tying the knot had been the right choice. Family soon stepped in, recognizing the warning signs. Michelle's father urged her to file for divorce without delay, warning that impulsive decisions rarely survive when strong personalities clash. The pressures of Hollywood life, public scrutiny, chaotic schedules, and emotional turbulence turned what might have been a romantic adventure into a cautionary tale of mismatched expectations and irreconcilable temperaments. Despite lasting just over a week, the whirlwind marriage became legendary, remembered for both its absurd speed and the intensity of the personalities involved. In those 8 days, the couple experienced drama enough to fill months of ordinary life. Their story illustrates a truth of Tinseltown. Impulsive decisions collide with larger-than-life egos, producing outcomes as extreme as they are unforgettable. Though fleeting, the union left a lasting imprint on the public imagination, cementing its place in Hollywood lore. It proves that even the shortest stories of love amongst stars can carry monumental consequences, shaping reputations, inspiring gossip, and reminding fans that behind the glitz and glamour, celebrities were as impulsive, vulnerable, and human as everyone else. 10. Zsa Gabor and Felipe de Alba, 1 day. In 1952, Zsa Gabor married Philippe de Alba, and the union lasted a staggering single day. "He bored me. He's a playboy, and I'm a hard-working actress," Zsa quipped, delivering her dismissal with trademark wit. The ceremony barely ended before the marriage was over. Philippe was reportedly left stunned and bewildered by Zsa's decisive rejection, struggling to comprehend how quickly a wedding could unravel. Meanwhile, Gabor carried on with her signature flair, entirely unfazed by public opinion or gossip. This blink-and-you-miss-it marriage became one of Hollywood's most legendary anecdotes, celebrated for audacity, glamour, and sheer unpredictability. The story captures Jar Jar's life perfectly, bold, glamorous, and unapologetically herself. Even in failure, she turned the moment into a spectacle, proving that not every Hollywood wedding follows a traditional path. Her one-day union remains an enduring symbol of Hollywood bravado, charm, and independence. Every photograph of Gabor exudes courage, humor, and an unyielding personality. This brief marriage demonstrates that in Tinseltown, decisions can be swift, dramatic, and unforgettable, leaving stories that last far longer than the weddings themselves. Extra: Jean Acker and Rudolph Valentino, 20 minutes. Jean Acker and Rudolph Valentino hold Hollywood's ultimate record for brevity. In 1990, shortly after their wedding, Acker, uncertain of her feelings, locked Valentino out of their honeymoon suite. Valentino waited outside for 20 minutes, hoping for reconciliation, but Acker remained resolute. The couple technically remained married until 1921, yet they spent only 20 minutes together as husband and wife. The story has fascinated fans for over a century, a cinematic mix of passion, confusion, and audacity wrapped in a single day. Acker's choice wasn't just impulsive, it reflected a woman asserting her autonomy in Hollywood's strict social circles. Valentino, often seen as the ultimate romantic hero, faced both public embarrassment and personal heartbreak. The tale highlights how personal desire, public expectation, and celebrity spectacle can collide. In the end, this 20-minute marriage became legendary. Every retelling emphasized drama, humor, and the almost unbelievable boldness of two people entangled in fame, fortune, and fleeting emotions. Even today, the story captures imaginations, a testament to the fragile, fleeting, and unforgettable nature of old Hollywood romance. Hollywood romances burned fast and furious. From 20 minutes to just over a year, these stars proved even glamour can't save every love story. Which couple shocked you the most? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more wild old Hollywood tales.